traveling to one of college basketball's very best arenas, the KFC Young Center, to face number 20 Louisville in a super ACC match.
And still play fast pace on the offensive end of the floor.
And we are underway as Virginia wins the opening tip. And a tiptoe save by the point guard, Dallin Hall. Banged knees with a teammate on Thursday in practice, so a bone bruise there. Here's DeRitter lining up a long one. Got a great look. Rebound is going to be tipped out. Back over to Dallin Hall. He came out of nowhere to deflect that. In transition, long one. Grunlow up top, and nice touch by the big fella from Germany. This is a back iron, the high rebound. Triggers the fast break here for Virginia. Pounding his way in, Lewis, and he'll drop it in. Sam Lewis, the junior out of Chicago.
Doing a great job on the boards as well. These are the two best rebounding teams in the ACC, OB.
Blake Thomas with a kick. He got airborne. The long one's going to be drilled in by the sophomore. Is also off to a very hot start. And he's broken into the starting lineup the last 6-7 games. Grunlow again, straight on. Will bury the three. But Enso will take a long one. He nails it.
But go back to the point. He encourages. Coach Odom encourages everything.
That Pat Kelsey wanted to do is call a timeout that fast, but he was forced into it.
He couldn't wait till the media timeout after Virginia gets off to a 14-0 run.
So one downstairs. He's an outstanding passer. Shot clock inside 10. McNeely will launch this one and knock it down. So here come the Cardinals
to get this crowd right back into the game.
Mallory on the drive, the one-hander, no. And a whistle when he went down. And then a real offensive force, 6 to get off a shot. McNeely trying to drive past Tillis, and Tillis will hold him up and commit the foul.
Shot, another one for Virginia. We talked about the tandem of rim protection they have up front.
Tillis got an excellent look.
Not shooting free throws on his possession.
Wow. I'm as surprised as they are. Conwell going the other way with the left hand. Spins it up for 2.
How about the patience of Conwell?
He's got his crowd riled up after that was not called a shooting foul. It should have been. DeRitter pounding his way inside, and that's going to be DeRitter. Has been really quiet so far. Back out for Lewis in an open shot, and suddenly they're not falling. And the block by Conwell. And a whistle. Grunlow up to set a screen. Mid-range jumper. Those shots were falling right away, particularly from long range for Virginia, but not anymore. Another foul.
Run. The Cards have done the job defensively.
DeRitter right into a double. Flings it out for Grunlow. Off the back of the iron, they miss another one. And it'll be tapped out. Back involved in the Virginia offense. Lewis for White, his third shot, and that one around and out, but also a foul on the play. Shot clock down to 3. Conwell almost lost it. McNeely's got to shoot it now out near the logo, and he swishes that one in. DeRitter trying to spin on the baseline out of the double. Here's Thomas. He buries a 3.
With that, no one around him as he steps into the 3 ball.
McNeely again. Rebound tipped on the baseline and tipped out with 8:40 to go in the half. He's not lighting it up early. Thomas with a bounce feed. Here's Lewis from the corner and swishes it in. Right now
to build a winner because it's necessary in college basketball today.
Khalifa turns and fires left open and rattles in a 3-pointer.
Khalifa had a similar performance against Duke.
It hasn't made a big difference. They got off to an amazing start, leading 14-0. Mallory on the spin in the paint. Here's DeRitter, short range. Out there, could have gone either way, it looked like. Khalifa with a handoff. McNeely again. Wants to get closer this time. Turns, and a lot of iron. But
against, of course, Dawn Staley, who may be the best doing it in college basketball.
Just a great piece on Dawn Staley and her upbringing in Philadelphia. Terrific watch if you get a chance. There's McNeely. Conwell. Here's another one. Rebounded by Hall. One and done.
Louisville only one attempt. Virginia's winning the battle of the 2 best rebounding teams in the league.
White will catch and fire and hits the 3. And again, he came in hitting 50%. Plays it off. And Khalifa's made a big difference as he checked into the game. And there's another great pass from him laid in by Willie, but another. The city on the hill. There was no way I was ever going to get there. Jason Pryor will turn and fire. The 6-10-6. This is now a 5-point game.
And Jason Pryor getting an early opportunity as DeRitter picks up the offensive foul. Kobe Rogers fighting over.
And could not get that one to roll in. Hall will step back and launch. No. Up and DeRitter. Nowhere to go. Tapped away. Nice stop there by Grunlow from behind. DeRitter jumping in the paint, lays it in.
Nice play by DeRitter. Was going to go after the basketball and able to maneuver around for the bucket.
Conwell way downtown. Yes. He can make Virginia on their home floor. Dallin Hall gives it up in the corner. It's Thomas, and that'll rattle in from three-point territory.
But Thomas make.
Cardinals need him to heat up. McNeely straight on, in and out. Rebound taken away by Louisville. Had really got it.
4 points in that one, but is averaging close to 16 points per game in the 3 other ACC contests.
Well, Hall got a good clean look, can't cash in. Thomas trying to get it over the top to the 7-footer. It never got to Grunlow. Hadley penetrates and lays it in on a smooth and averaging 20 a game. Frew trying to operate in the baseline, moving around Grunlow and draws the foul. Big reason they're 14-2.
Yeah, getting extra possessions. Coaches and Ryan Odom, a believer in analytics, as that extra possession ends up being a.
And too strong. Hall up for the rebound. Thomas just hit one a moment ago. Hits another one.
When you look at this Louisville team, he was the first player on the scouting report that you concerned yourself with, which opened up opportunities for everyone else.
Conwell jumping in the paint, slashing in for.
And Pat Kelsey told us earlier today that he wanted to make sure, as Thomas knocks down another 3.
Twice with San Francisco. Hadley, baseline. That's a tough drive for 2. Difficult to stop that.
It really is, and that's one of the areas.
14 down in the first half. Hadley with 5 to get off a shot. Gives it up for Khalifa. Straight on to drain the triple. And anywhere in college basketball, they're ready to explode. Grunlow got tied up. Here's Thomas to drive it. Got tied up on the play. Got the shot. Mallory with the bounce speed. Grunlow flipped that one up and a whistle on the play. Too strong. Grunlow as the rebound knocked away. Khalifa may have picked up another one here. Really going to get Hadley on this one. Mallory stays in the red and flips it up and in and draws a whistle too.
This young man is a amount of credit for what they've done on the defensive end of the floor coming into this building.
Missing the front end of the 1-and-1, and DeRitter will spin it up, and that looked like Pryor will give it up for Conwell, who loves the three-point shot. Both teams do. Khalifa in the lane, the one-hander for 2.
A nice touch by Khalifa, but more one place I show up, I think, on time.
McNeely, yes. I mean, he wears a microphone in practice. He runs and works
himself to have a thing. He feels like the glasses will be a thing for him, and he hasn't earned it to this point.
He's right about that. Hadley wriggling inside, draws the foul too. Hall with the kick. Mallory, shot clock to 3. Hall heaves it, gets it.
Hall, who went.
Well, there's 9 rebounds, by the way, career high. On the drive and kick, DeRitter, can he get going? He's still chilly. Another tie-up for the rebound. Sam Lewis will give it away. Back for Thomas. He's going to heave it up there and drain it. Nobody bothered. Hall had a poke from behind, stolen away by Hadley. Conwell needs some help. McNeely's open from three-point land, and nothing but net. Grunlow. Hands off for Mallory. Mallory trying to penetrate. Gives it to the 7-footer for 2.
Nice play.
Conwell denied. McNeely penetrates. Scoops it in.
That's the progression of IMAC's game. His ability to drive the
play in Louisville. Lewis Lewis on the spin and gets the big bucket. Tillis on him. Out of a double. He'll swing for Conwell. Yes, a three-pointer.
Nice one more for Woolley to find.
To 9. Hadley will turn. Shot clock to 5. Woolley will drive. Getting it downstairs for the slam button. Tipped out high. McNeely beat them to the basketball. And he'll heave it up there as he gets hit around the three-point line.
That move. That move.
Conwell wants one. Around and out with a triple.
2 great looks for the Cards. From the gate, went off the back of the rim, touched the top of the backboard, coming back down, and is good.
Contact, no whistle. The tip is up and good by Frew. So they've missed some big three-point attempts here down the stretch. And another whistle with 23 seconds to go. And the Louisville Cardinal position. Get somebody to really command the basketball. Here's Woolley. That shot is blocked. Grunlow again got a hand on it. That's been. And Khalifa again with a misfire. Final seconds here, and that'll do it. 79-70 the final as Ryan Odom's team knocks off a top 25 under him for the first time. Certainly hope you enjoyed it tonight here in Louisville, Kentucky. For my partner, Corey Alexander, and our crew, I'm Dave O'Brien.